Welcome to the Rolling Coynes Podcast. I'm Ross.
I'm Crystal.
And this is episode 9, where we recap week 17 of our Jiu-Jitsu journey.
Okay.
We're in it.
We're in it. Welcome back.
Well, what do you want to talk about, honey? I have an idea.
I think you should start. I talked a lot last week, so.
I mean, ideally, you talk a lot.
I mean, I talk a lot.
Makes my job easier.
This is an interesting part of my personality where usually I'm a pretty quiet person.
Yeah.
I'm an observer, and I don't know, if you get me started talking about something I like, I'll just ramble.
I can see little 5-year-old Crystal.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about like supplements at all last week. And I feel like there was something wow, I'm also listening back to these episodes. I'm like, I would love to be way more articulate and just like not have pauses when I talk, which is it was something I'll work on.
Yeah.
But in any case, I was dragging for those couple weeks, and we talked about it a couple times. But I started to notice that I was getting bruises, where like the first 10 weeks of doing jiu-jitsu, I wasn't getting bruises.
Mm-hmm. And I started getting them immediately. And I just figured it was a female thing because I have soft skin.
Yeah. Or whatever. You know, like I figured it was because women are typically iron deficient.
Yeah. Especially have moms, people who have recently had children. I think you're very depleted in minerals. Yeah. Unless you're really proactive about it, but it's just a very natural thing that happens. Women's bodies tend to be, and I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, so, we're not scientists or nutritionalists.
What I've heard is that women's bodies become stripped of a lot of key minerals while you're growing a human. So for me, not back-to-back pregnancies, but just 2 pregnancies, I kind of knew and assumed I was iron deficient, and I've been bruising quite a bit. I've also always been someone who bruises a lot.
Yeah, easily.
But not you.
No. And my energy was lagging. Mm-hmm. And I think, so you got a liquid iron supplement with like B vitamins in it.
Yeah, it was like a B vitamin complex with iron.
Yeah. And it was really funny because after taking the first like dose, mm-hmm. the way I explained it to you was it felt like I drank water after being thirsty. You know, like mm-hmm. I was like, I took it and I was like, almost immediately my brain was like, yep, this is what you needed.
I mean, and there has to be something to it. I mean, there could be a placebo effect, of course. Also, this type of supplement that I got, I figured I wanted to get something that would be easy to take since I'm not very great at remembering to take supplements, and it's a liquid form. And it's mixed with like honey and orange juice. So it tastes pretty good.
It's nice. A little treat. Mm-hmm. But I felt my energy bounce back throughout the week.
Yeah. And like, B vitamins are supposed to be great for that.
Yeah. So the way I see it is like, oh man, it took like 12 weeks or so for my minerals to get kind of out of whack. Mm-hmm. And I was feeling it in my body and my energy levels. And I was starting to bruise, and then I started taking it, and I still have a couple bruises here and there.
Well, they're healing bruises, though. They're probably not net new.
No, it doesn't seem like it. And my energy has been way better. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of a big, because you always wonder, like, do vitamins actually work? Theoretically, the science is there, but a lot of the times I always wonder, like, is this really working? Am I wasting my money? But this time it felt.
Well, and like work is an interesting word to use because I'm sure that there is always a nutrient or a mineral or vitamin that our body needs more of. For me, it's, will I notice?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of a difference there. Like for me, because I'm like, I want to feel it or see it.
Sure.
And this is one instance where I think you could kind of feel and see it.
Yeah, it
very
felt
interesting.
Something. I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started making me think about because I like to take supplements.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could
Yes.
get.
He's always had like a stack of random things he's testing out.
Yeah, just trying.
Yeah.
But I've been, for financial reasons, kind of like not as I'm kind of like dialing it back just because they're expensive.
They're expensive. Your kidneys need a break every once in a while.
Yeah, and I haven't been taking the normal supplements that I take.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm feeling it, and especially the one Tongarali. It's supposed to like help you boost your testosterone naturally.
Mm.
And for me, what I feel when I take it and when I don't take it is it feels, I guess, mental or something where like, what am I trying to say? The word is like, confidence or something along those lines. Like I feel a little more upbeat when I take it. Like, yeah, I can do this. Like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready to take on the day. Whereas when I don't take it, and it's not the same feeling as like when I take a drink of water when I'm thirsty and I'm like, oh man, this feels good.
Yeah, like I needed this.
It's way more subtle. So when I start taking it, I don't notice. Back to your notice point, right? Like when I'm taking it, it's a slow on ramp and I don't notice. And then if I stop taking it, it's kind of like a slow off ramp. And maybe like a week later or something, I'm just kind of like, why do I feel
And have you done this multiple times?
Yeah.
So you know that this is probably what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, I've felt it a couple times.
Okay.
Probably like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I haven't been taking any of those supplements. So now so the tricky thing about taking the iron supplement with the B complex is that you're not supposed to take any other supplements for 2 hours on either end, beforehand or after taking it.
Yeah.
You're like, and I'm taking it twice a day, so this is the only supplement I get to take.
I mean, unless you set a timer midday and remember to take your other vitamins.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. Because it's like an 8-hour period. I guess I'm awake for more than 8 hours, but you want to time your other supplements with food and whatnot. Because like I like to take zinc, which if you take that on an empty stomach, it's like nausea city.
Mm-hmm. But I think you'll find, I mean, it's just one of those situations where like life is so complicated already that you just have to prioritize the things where you're like, I've actually noticed a difference.
Yeah.
And so if you actually have noticed a difference in the way you feel when you take the Tongat supplement,
yeah,
then that's worth trying to fold into your day midday. But like, I mean, I feel like we get sick the number of times a year we get sick, regardless of if you're taking zinc or not.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to stop our son from getting a cold and from him bringing it and spreading it across the entire family.
Yeah.
Where, just an example, right? Like, sure. I don't know that zinc is going to keep you from getting a cold, and that's what it typically is used for immune support. Yeah, I mean, and the way that I think about it, because I'm terrible about taking supplements, is better 2 days a week than 0 days a week.
Sure.
Like you've got stores and your body can hold on to those stores of certain things longer than other things. So I'm kind of like, well, if I pop a multivitamin 2 days a week and I take my iron 4 days a week, then like better than nothing.
Yep.
And also we eat a pretty healthy diet. So, there are certain things where, yes, you're probably not going to get the testosterone boosting hormone out of any of the food that we're eating, but you're also not getting a bunch of like extra estrogen in our food from eating a bunch of soy products.
Yeah.
And then you're getting a ton of minerals and vitamins from eating a pretty fresh whole food diet. So people who eat McDonald's and take a multivitamin are probably getting less than we are with a healthy diet. So that's how I justify not remembering to take any of my own.
Yeah. I mean, and ideally you get all your vitamins and minerals through the food you eat. That's the most bioavailable way of doing it. But
yeah, I have been thinking about it a lot more lately as well. Like creatine as like a athletic supplement is one of the most widely studied supplements out there, and I'd say pretty positive standing, I guess, in the scientific community.
Yeah.
Like there isn't anything like really negative about taking creatine.
Low risk, high reward. Yeah.
And a decent reward for taking it. Like there are actual measurable benefits from it. So that's one where I feel like we...
Hold on. We need to pause. And we're back. Speaking of diet, I know we were just talking about creatine, but our son, we happen to notice that he has night terrors when he has too much sugar before bed. And, well, tonight he had a strawberry milkshake with dinner. And like clockwork, woke up with a night terror.
Yep. Well, creatine. It's, I want to say something stupid, like it's scientifically proven. But there is science behind it. I've been thinking about taking creatine, but I am a little bit nervous about it because I want to do some research because
I retain too much water
it
weight.
makes you retain water. So, just thinking about like trying to, I have like 2 pounds to hopefully cut, or at least from where I am right now, sans the cheeseburgers that we had for dinner, like 2.5, let's say 3 pounds in 3 weeks, which is pretty reasonable.
To get ready for your competition.
Yeah, but what if I put 3 to 5 pounds of water weight on from taking creatine? Like I might just wait until after.
Done.
So that's something I've been thinking about. Obviously the B vitamins and iron, because I bruise very bad. I have like pinprick bruises all over, always all over my shins. I don't know what, maybe just like playing guard, getting caught in other people's guards, shin on shin.
You came home from a guard passing class, basically.
Yeah.
And you had just leopard legs.
Yeah.
All
over
leopard
my legs.
print all down your legs.
Yeah. And then you get pinched a lot. And even if people are trying to be careful about it, they're always pinching the backs of my arms when they're grabbing the gi. So the iron is necessary. I also learned that vitamin C helps with iron metabolism. Digestion, I guess. Or no, sorry, I might be mixing something up. I think that vitamin C helps with capillary strength. So making your capillaries a little bit stronger if that's the problem. So we eat a lot of fresh fruit.
Yeah.
I think that I get plenty of vitamin C. And then I have been thinking about sleep quality.
Yeah.
And maybe not like a one-to-one jiu-jitsu topic, but good sleep equals good performance. And this is also
good recovery.
It's a podcast about life. And I don't know. I feel like I've just brushed it under the rug for such a long time because we've had small children for the last 5 years.
Yeah. You just kind of write it off. You're just like,
I have small kids. That's why I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
But now both boys, for the most part, are sleeping through the night, and I am not sleeping through the night. Like I toss and turn and wake up at every little bump and little flash of lights through the window. Like even with blackout curtains, I'm really not sleeping well. I wake myself up just from rolling from one side to the other. So I really need to work on sleep hygiene, and I'm going to just start doing some research there about what I can do. Part of it is coming home from evening classes. I think this is something that is jiu-jitsu related.
Wired and tired.
Oh man, I don't know if other people I know that other people do deal with this because I see it come up in Reddit forums from time to time. But I think that fight or flight reflex response is, it's not great for sleep.
Yeah.
I come home from a 6:30 to 7:30, let's say 6:30 to 8 class if you stay and roll. Just fighting for your life, adrenaline dump, come home, take a shower, go to bed, and I cannot fall asleep until like
toss and
1
turn.
a.m. sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. Probably not melatonin, but maybe like magnesium to help with sleep, some meditation,
Sleepy time tea.
whatever. Yeah.
Apparently sauna helps.
Yeah, one of our professors is really excited about his sauna blanket. He's always like, my sauna blanket's waiting for me when I get home.
I think he said it's $700 or
Really?
$500.
Okay.
Because he got a bond charge one.
Yeah, I want to look into that because I think, gosh, if that would help with my sleep, I would invest in that for sure.
I don't know when I wouldn't use it. Because I love it.
Yeah.
I love sauna.
Imagine doing that, like coming home, rinsing off in the shower, like doing your cleaning shower, get all the bugs off, the germs off, and then doing sauna, and then rinsing off in a cold shower and going to bed. Ooh. That might be.
I don't know if you want to do the cold shower, but
no. Okay.
No.
Well, then sauna.
Blanket.
Night.
Sauna night. Sauna, quick warm rinse. Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta rinse the sweat off.
You have to. I mean, I can't imagine those things don't have a pool of sweat in them when you're done.
Yeah, I just started thinking like, how do you clean them? But that's, they have to make them so they're cleanable. So I don't know.
I mean, it's a thing.
Maybe you lay on something. You're not laying on the lights. Maybe it's just draped over you. It's not like a sleeping bag. It's like a.
We gotta look into this.
Yeah.
Because, man.
Pulling it up on my browser now just so I have it handy. I mean, I want like a full-on step-in sauna, but...
Yeah, but that's a ways off.
Mm-hmm.
It's been my dream to build the backyard spa. Sauna, hot tub, cold plunge. What else? What else could we do? Sauna, hot tub, cold plunge.
And like a shower.
Well, yeah, a little rinse-off shower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I would love to do that. We have this... Our house is old. We're on a quarter of an acre. And our garage, I'm not almost positive, I am certain, used to be a barn.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like this... It's a barn garage. Barn converted into a garage. But in any case, there's an overhang off the back. And that's where our backyard spa is going to go at some point. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah. I think it's like, 8 by 20 feet or something?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was just kind of my, just thinking about after kind of like those hiccup weeks,
mm-hmm.
Kind of getting out of like a rhythm or trying to incorporate new supplements, and then just trying to figure out all the timing of all the different supplements I want to take.
Yeah.
And different ways of, stacking them so that it's easier. It's just something I've been thinking about as far as like how to do it in a way that promotes jiu-jitsu, because I want to go 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And if any of these supplements can help my body recover and keep me energized for that endeavor, then great.
Mm-hmm. I think because, I am a stubborn person, and
subtly stubborn.
Yeah, I'm trying to practice what I preach. And what I mean by that is when we know people or experience people with X ailment, if they want my opinion, I will share it with them, or I will admit that I always kind of just think to myself, I hope they do everything they can naturally to support their health before they go the traditional Western medicine route of like slap a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
And that could be a number of things. I'm not really going to get into it because
go under knife, needle, or
that's like, I don't know. That's that can be debated, and there's a lot of opinions about that. So I'm not going to really get into that in depth. But for example, I'll use myself as an example. I have eczema. I've grown up with it. I've always had flare-ups from time to time. It gets worse when I eat poorly and when I'm stressed out. So I shouldn't just go to a dermatologist and say, give me steroid cream, because you can become dependent on that. And while it might fix the rash right away, like it's not going to make it go away forever, because the irritants and the stress are always going to come back
if you don't change
it. So
lifestyle.
Tomatoes, I think, and like nightshades, a type of plant, will make it worse if I eat a lot of it, or if I eat a lot of really heavily processed foods, I get eczema. And if I'm stressed out, I get eczema. But I could eliminate those foods and work on breathing exercises and exercise and get it as close to normal as possible, and then treat kind of what's left over. And I think with recovery, performing well in sport or activity, I do think that
you're dealing with chronic inflammation.
And I think that we do a decent job of eating healthy and trying to get as much sleep as we can, and like supporting our bodies.
Drink water.
Yeah, I try. Yeah, but like supporting our bodies in a way that would make going 4 to 5 days a week and recovering possible. But we're also 38.
Yeah.
And we have 2 children. And I think those healthy habits are only getting us so far. So now it's like, okay, now the next step is supplementation, over the counter, relatively inexpensive. Like, let's see what we can knock out with a couple of supplements, and staying on top of our diet and mobility and all the other things that we're trying to do, and healthy sleep, or I don't know what, I'm rambling, but good quality sleep. And then when you get like 50, then you start taking the better supplements.
Yeah.
I'm only half joking, but like, yeah, you do the things in progression. You don't jump straight to the most extreme thing, because I think we don't give our bodies enough credit in what they're able to do. We should support our body's natural functions and see what our bodies are able to do. And then you help it out a little bit, and you help it out a little bit more, and you kind of see like where you can take it, versus being like, my body's broken, I must,
start digging my grave.
Yeah. That's just
throwing in the towel.
Hot take.
Yeah. I can't wait to get all teed up.
There are definitely dudes at the gym that are teed up, and it's interesting being a woman, and I don't know that I have rolled with at least one of them. And there's like a gut reaction that I think men and women have, where it's like, that's unfair.
Yeah.
You're cheating. But in the world of jiu-jitsu, it's like,
shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter if there's enough of a skills gap.
Yeah.
You could get really good and it won't matter.
Strong people are always going to
overpower and like
weak
exactly.
folks.
It's like regardless of.
But for how long?
Regardless of if this person is taking a supplement or not to make them stronger, there's also going to be the 20-year-old Marine who comes in and is going to be stronger, who's maybe not taking supplements. So stop focusing on the people that are doing it, because maybe it's surprising that 80-year-old is so strong. But it's just another person. It's just another body. that person is also more skilled than you. So just, I don't know. I feel like you have to be able to like separate.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is like, how do you maintain your edge? Or like keep up? That's kind of what it comes down to in the end, you know, like trying to sleep, trying to eat.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, start taking some supplements, and then it's like all in an effort to stay in the game and like find a little bit of an edge.
Maybe. It depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Right? I think that if you're taking, like, if we're talking about testosterone or steroids, if you're taking steroids to be better at jiu-jitsu, you should take a step back and think.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Should that really be your motivator? Or is it, I would hope that it's deeper than that for the people that are taking it. I know that a lot of the times it's not.
I was going to say, like,
especially like gym bros, or like, you will never need to bench something 600 pounds off of your chest.
So say you.
But I think, you know, I would hope that the people who are doing that, it's like, I love jiu-jitsu and I want to be able to do things I love longer. And in order to do the things that I love longer, I need to take care of my body, and my body can't keep up. So I'm supporting my body in this way.
My body's breaking down and my T levels are in the tank.
And if I don't do this, I will hurt myself and I'll lose the thing that I love the most.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it. But I think also sometimes it's like, I just want to smash the young guys.
That's so very un-American, Crystal.
I know. Yeah.
Because I know we've been weighing ourselves all week, focusing on our diet.
Mm-hmm.
And today we kind of blew it out, right? We had a
play date, like a brunch with some friends.
With delicious cinnamon rolls. I ate until I was sick.
I was going to say, how many of those did you eat? Because I had to stop myself at one, and I was like, ooh, those are heavy.
I think I had 2.
Okay.
And maybe like a quarter of... No, I think I just had 2.
I did have a couple pizza bagels. Those are pretty good.
And then we went to a local, like...
Drive-in.
Burger spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, today was a refeeding day.
Yeah, but it is kind of funny because... we're like, it feels like it was a refeeding day, and it very much was. Like, we were topping off our fuel tanks, but this could have been a really normal day a month ago.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like, I don't feel like unnecessarily full right now, but the quality of the food that we had today was way different than what we've been eating for the last week. I think I'm looking at my chart because I think we talked about the weight classes competition. And I weighed in at one. I think the heaviest I've weighed in the last week in the evening, or just at all, was 153.8 pounds in my skivvies. And with my gear on, I'd say with my gear plus some food in my belly, I'd be 4 to 5 pounds heavier. So... you know, I was like, okay, like 5 to 6 pounds needs to come off if I'm fully fed when I get weighed in. And the lightest I've been in the mornings when I'm weighing myself so far, I think I saw 149.0. So I haven't seen a 1.4 something number since I think before our first kid.
Dang.
Which is pretty crazy. I don't have a lot of muscle on my body right now, so I'm like not...
You're not in a bulking phase?
No, just more so like I'm not proud of that,
mm-hmm.
right? Because I'm like, oh, I'm so weak. Like that shows me that like a lean me does not have a lot of muscle because I used to be much leaner when I was strong. And I was sitting at like 155, but I was like 14% body fat.
Svelte.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of like, okay, well, it's good to know what lean me weighs, but I would much rather be a very lean, strong 155. So that's kind of like long-term goal. But long story short, I think in like a week, in a day, 8 days or so of healthy eating, I've probably lost like 2 to 2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Just a lot of pastries cut out from the diet, I guess. And
pastries
like
and
sugary coffees.
Yeah.
Because I don't eat a lot.
Not a lot of ramen.
Yeah, I was eating a lot of ramen for lunch.
That ramen is garbage.
Yeah, it's delicious. It was easy, really. It's not even that delicious.
It's just, that's what it is, right? Convenient, easy food.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
You forget sometimes that, like, the other day I had the most boring lunch ever. Like, terribly boring. But nutrient dense and, like, had all the right macros. It was mixed greens with some leftover salmon, and like I think I drizzled like a little bit of like ranch dressing or something just to zhuzh it up a little bit. And then
paleo ranch dressing.
Yeah, and then on the side of that, because I was like, I need to figure out what to eat. We don't have a lot of like variety in the fridge right now. On the side of that, a bowl of cottage cheese with fresh pineapple on top. They did not go together, so I ate them very separately. First my salad with my salmon, and then my cottage cheese and my pineapple. But I don't know, 30 plus grams of protein in a really quick, easy to prepare lunch, and like 400 calories.
Yeah.
It was great. And I was like, okay, I'm full. I'm not full, right? But like I'm satiated, and drink my water and get back to work, and then have
that's
another.
The word, isn't it though? Satiated.
Yeah.
I felt satiated all week.
Same. It took about 5 days for like the intense sugar cravings to go away. Yeah. So I was trying to like curb it with like sprinkle some chocolate chips on a banana, or, like get it in little ways, but fresh fruit goes a long way. If you have a lot of fresh fruit in the house, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And staying hydrated.
So I'm in solidarity and just eating the same way.
And I'm not peer pressuring you to make bad decisions, which I tend to do. And
now I should probably start pushing back. But I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I will be competing in July. And so as an experiment, I'm like, well, let's do it with Crystal. Let's see what happens.
And you're basically eating the same types of food, but you're not weighing.
I'm not weighing. I'm not counting anything. I'm just kind of eating what feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And a little less strict with any extra sugar or carbs.
Yeah, you've been snacking more than I have.
And I weighed in at 181 this morning, which is bananas. I haven't been that close to 180.
What was the highest you've weighed yourself in this week?
In this week, in the evening, I weighed 186.3. And
your lightest was a morning weigh?
Was a morning weigh.
And I've noticed that I lose about 2 pounds overnight.
The morning before, I was 183. And I was like, huh. And last night, I was 183.8.
Okay.
And then today I was 181.2.
So you've lost probably 3-ish pounds.
Yeah. And I was looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, oh shit. I'm looking a little more cut. So I'm really curious after our
3 more weeks of this, right?
Well, 3 more weeks of this, but after our slide back today, if there is a dramatic
Me too.
change on the scale.
Me too. It'll be interesting because it's salty food too, right? So your body will retain water. I think tonight's weigh-in will be heavier, but it'll be interesting to see if tomorrow morning we kind of bounce back to normal-ish. I'm also okay with eating more calories today because I have a 3-hour seminar tomorrow. So I want to be energized for that. I've gone to class. I think I did a class every single day this week.
Yeah.
Monday morning, Tuesday evening. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wednesday evening.
Thursday
evening. Friday morning. And then I went again today. And then I have a seminar tomorrow. So, yeah.
And then you're back at it
and
Monday
I'm back
morning.
at it, yeah. And I'm intentionally kind of going a little bit harder right now because I know that the week before the seminar, that's kind of a point in my cycle where the week before I'll probably take 3, maybe 4 days to just do like yoga or something, because I noticed last month around that same time, because of the hormone shifts, my like muscles tend to get really relaxed. This is a natural thing that happens, but I felt like because my muscles were so relaxed, I almost like blew my back out.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do that again. So I know that there's going to probably be a period of time where I go really easy the week before. So get it in now before.
That's what she said. Do you think you'll do that every month?
I should.
I was going to say, like,
train around my cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like take some days off.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about one of our professors said that his wife works at a yoga studio. And so I was thinking about trying to seek out some slower, like yin style yoga classes and just kind of take it easy. And like, I don't know. I mean, I could still go to class and just be like, hey, I'm not going to roll. I think getting the instruction is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially the week before the competition. I think I won't like completely skip out on going to class for 4 days straight, but I do think I should take like 2 days of like absolutely no rolling because yeah, my low back was just a little angry and it freaked me out.
It was an interesting week in that regard because like starting the week, my shoulder was killing me, like in my AC joint. And then I went to class. So yeah, I missed Wednesday, but I went Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And going to class actually helped. Like,
yeah.
By Tuesday, my shoulder wasn't hurting at all anymore.
That's good.
But then like my wrist started flaring up from carrying our heavy ass baby, my mother's wrist. And that's still a little achy from time to time, but that started on, I think, Tuesday evening, and I went to class Tuesday morning, and I didn't go to class Wednesday. So by Thursday night, I was wearing like a brace, and after class Thursday, my wrist felt a ton better.
Motion is lotion.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I probably would have sat out classes if I'd felt those aches.
Yeah.
And not had like experience with those aches.
Yeah.
Like, oh, whoa, what's this? Obviously, I need to not.
And if you do a
this.
class and it gets worse, then you're like, okay, I got to
yeah.
take a couple of days off.
Yeah.
But I think I had the mother's wrist situation before you did, and jiu-jitsu like healed it. And I think it was just because I really needed to move my wrists around. They were getting really tight. I couldn't even like do a push-up position.
Yeah.
Because my wrist was so locked up. So yeah, there are some things that I think moving helps, and some things
that's a great point. Absolutely. If it gets worse during or after, then you should not be continuing. Like, it's just going to get better. Let's just work it out.
Yeah, no.
No.
There are some things that are caused probably by muscle tightness or like ligament, stickiness. And if you move correctly and slowly and thoughtfully, you might actually kind of like work out some knots and kinks. And then there are things that are just straight up injuries.
Yeah.
And the inflammation will just increase the more you work it.
Yeah.
And you got to take a break.
What else, honey?
What else? Yeah, I have a seminar that I'm going to tomorrow. I feel very grateful. It's just a quick, it's a quick 3-hour local, well, not local, Girls and Geese travels all over, at least the country. I don't know, maybe the world. Puts on workshops single day. This one's 3 hours. All women, donation based. There was like a suggested donation of like, I don't know, $25.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they bring, I don't know if it's local. I'm sure they try to source like local instructors. But there is a gym that recently opened up nearby, and I think smart of the owner to host one of these clinics there. But at least one of the owners is a female black belt, and I convinced 2 other girls from our gym to go, which I'm excited. We're gonna just go, and I don't know. I'm not going in with any expectations because I don't know how they run them.
Yeah.
But from doing a lot of like kettlebell and weightlifting and CrossFit type seminars, right? I'm assuming it'll be like instruction, practice, and roll. Yeah. And I'm really excited for the opportunity to roll with other women.
There might even be a little bit of a lecture.
Yeah, I think so. Totally. A lot of community building. I really want to meet people in the community, and being a white belt, just my wee little 1-stripe white belt. It's like you have nothing to lose. You have no reputation. Like no one's really expecting anything out of you. And so I want to just like push myself to be friendly and meet people and get some practice rolling with some other women before the competition, which will be great. I got to roll with one of the coach's daughters today during our first women's class. That was just 3 of us.
Just you?
It was just me and then the coach and her daughter. Daughter's probably 20.
You think so?
Well, yeah, so she said that she's the middle daughter. Wow. And the youngest daughter's already in the Air Force.
Wow. Okay.
So 19 or 20.
Whoa.
I know. And I got to roll with her today, and it's just so interesting because I mean every body is different and the way that people move is different, but both of us are pretty long. She's taller than me for sure. She got really long legs. So it just felt very different rolling with her, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get used to all of the different types of bodies and movement because I have no idea what the women that I'm gonna be matched against look and feel like.
Yeah.
Like the woman that I roll with the most in the mornings, she's probably 5 inches shorter than me. And so like we roll differently than the way that the girl today rolled, where she wrapped me up in De La Hiva and I was like, crap, I cannot get out.
All tangled up in her long legs.
But then rolling with her mom, who is like a couple inches shorter than me and like very strong, very different style of rolling. And like her, it's like there's no wasted space and she stays super tight and slow and methodical.
The anaconda.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I'm just excited about that like other end of the body type spectrum rolling with people because I haven't had a lot of exposure to that. And I don't know, my ribs are sore. I don't want to get crushed in side control all the time. Like I want to be able to move and try to pass people's guard and have fun with what little jiu-jitsu I know, and test myself a little bit.
Absolutely.
So
I think it's all working out really well. The timing
of it perfect. Yeah, because it's not like the week before.
No,
it's 3 weeks before.
And you're already getting started on your, nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
You get this opportunity to roll with some other girls and then start to game plan. Are you going to talk to any of the coaches like about like a game plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you feel comfortable?
I mean,
asking any of them?
I think so. I think that they're like starting to kind of like, I felt like maybe because we were at the new location and the current coaches are like stepping in to fill in some gaps where our professor hasn't come in yet from his other job. I have had a couple of moments now where I'm like, I feel like they're teaching this for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I've been like, why the heck are we learning side control escapes this week?
They're like looking at you like,
Yeah, like because we don't have a curriculum. And then we had, I know that professor at.
And I would say, just to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
The reason why Crystal would say this is because she's literally the only adult signed up from the gym to compete.
There's one other one.
Okay,
but
there's
yeah.
one other one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The only white belt?
When someone is teaching something and they're looking right at you too, you're like, okay. That, and then what else did I had another, I had a class on Friday, so yesterday, where it was truly just like, hey, let's help you prepare for the competition, because it's the teacher who likes to do a lot of takedowns, and it's been incredibly helpful just for me as a person. And then the other woman who I tend to partner up with in the mornings, and then her boyfriend. And so he's competed before, the coach has competed before. She's watched a lot of competitions. And so they were like, okay, when you get out on the floor, you like tap the like person as you like walk out, hey, like kind of introduce yourself. And then the ref is going to ask each of your names, and you're going to shake the ref's hand. And then it's only optional to like slap and dap your competitor again. Sometimes people just back up and they're like, no, don't touch me, because they might come in and like just grab you and trick you. And so it's not like a super dirty move when you see people do that, because sometimes that's
a technique.
Yeah.
A strategy.
So they're like, if you do that, if you want to be like nice and polite, just like keep your distance and just do a little beep up and then back up. Like that's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they were like, hey, if you pull guard, but you just fall down, and then the person comes over you and puts their hands on your knees, they're going to get a takedown and the points for that. So if you're going to do a guard pull, you better actually pull them into your guard.
Be
things
aggressive.
Things I didn't know. So yeah, that one definitely, I felt like they were helping me with my strategy. Yeah, I don't, me, I'm shy. So if it comes up naturally, yes, I'm sure they would be more than willing to help. I think I need to ask more direct questions of being like, okay, I think that I'll have, if I'm lucky, I will find myself in these positions. Can you help me go over one more submission from each of these positions so that I feel like I have a couple under my belt?
Yeah. I have things I can look for.
I think that would be the most helpful, because I don't want to overwhelm myself with like, what takedowns can I do? Because now I feel like I have like 3 or 4 that I feel comfortable trying, and I just want to like practice those for the rest of the month. But yeah, submissions are still kind of, a little scary, I guess.
Sure.
They're not in my game plan because I just don't find myself in positions to do them.
You don't get to roll with other white belt females.
Yeah. So like I've drilled it a couple of times, but like I've never gone for an arm bar in a live roll.
Yeah. Me neither.
Except for when like my professor was like, hey, heads up, this is an arm bar right here. Go for it. And he just like paused and let me do it. But that's not going to happen live.
What submission do you think you feel most comfortable attempting?
I think, I love to try to take people's backs. I feel very strong. And so I think that's like a very good position for a strong person to like yank someone around. Yeah. And then I think I am nimble enough to find myself there as well. So if I can take someone's back, a bow and arrow choke.
Oh, we talked about this last time.
Yeah. And then I think after watching those videos with rear naked choke, if you do it right.
Yeah.
It's definitely high up there in the effectiveness.
Yeah.
And then from mount, I really like that choke that we've practiced where it's like a cross collar choke from mount, like a really high mount. But I feel like I try it on really strong people and I get bucked off.
Yes. Like reversed or swept.
Yeah.
Whatever the term is.
Yeah. But I know that I can do that one. I want to practice the, that lapel choke again, where you take the lapel out of the belt and then you wrap it underneath their arm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's like a baseball choke or not.
Boy, I don't remember.
I
been a while.
remember that one and being like, oh, I feel like I can keep my balance and like slip the lapel out and like get this, because you like roll them over onto their side and then you just choke them with their own lapel. That one just for fun, because it just like felt cool to do.
I was gonna say it's humiliating.
And then also one of the other ones that I want to refamiliarize myself, it was one of the first ones that I'd ever practiced, was a series where you make them think that you're going for what is the type of choke where you like put your like knuckles up against them? And
I've never been taught or had any exposure to it.
Yeah, I can't remember, because I want to say guillotine.
It's not a guillotine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like a headlock.
Yeah. So a type of choke where you are like using you put your fist up to their throat and you make them like reach for you to try to grab your hand, and then you bait them into an Americana.
Oh, interesting.
And then if that doesn't work, then the next step from there is trying to go for an armbar. For people who are really good at jiu-jitsu, if anyone who is really good at jiu-jitsu is listening to this, they're probably like, that absolutely will never work. That's not a move. There's something like that. Yeah. And it seemed feasible. And then side control. I mean, there's the bread cutter. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I would go for submissions from side control.
There was a brown belt who showed me, he called it a key lock, but I think it's an Americana. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, that's true. We have seen some kind of like, you get the angle right and you can go for.
It was a really slick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah. He's like, if you can get your head, what was it? Basically, you have an arm on either side of their far arm. Mm-hmm. So you're inside control. You have an elbow on their ribs and an elbow against their head. Mm-hmm. And then you just isolate that arm. And that's when you
trap it.
Yeah. Weave through and then pull down. And if that doesn't work, crank up. Mm-hmm. And that.
So like that and safe. That plus a baseball choke from side control would be also very good to know. But I think that's probably the extent of it.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, a triangle.
And we just watched the triangle video with Rob Bernanke and his buddy Rory.
Yeah. I think the triangles are tough because it feels like the traditional triangle that we like all learn first. It seems like someone has to make a very
catastrophic mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Like a really blatant, stupid mistake to get in that position. But at the same time, like, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to perform.
Dive at you with one arm.
Yeah.
Forward.
Or they might rip one arm out and then you go for it.
Yeah.
So, that's possible.
Man, that's probably a good way of baiting it, right? If you have.
Like you like pretend like you're trying to tug a hand across your body and they rip it away and then you wrap them up.
Yeah. You're just waiting for him to pull it away so that you can turn into it.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
But there's only 3 weeks left, so there's only so much I can do. So
yeah. Well, sounds good so far.
Yeah.
That's all I got, honey. We're 55 minutes in, so
good job. Okay. Well, this will be an interesting week. I'm excited. There's a lot to do, a lot to learn. This is like buckle down week, I think, for me. This is going to be like the most useful week of training, so I hope that it goes well.
Me too.
Knock on wood.
I love you, honey. Thank you. And don't forget.